This next song is written by a good friend of mine who passed away a few years back, and it is unfortunately still very timely. It's a story of a young woman who went from Olympia, Washington to go to the occupied territories of Gaza in 2003. The Israeli Defense Forces at that time had a policy: if anybody in your family was arrested, your house would get bulldozed. And so she went as a group of international observers to stand in front of a dentist's house and was run over by an Israeli Defense Forces bulldozer and killed. Her name was Rachel Corrie, and as I say, unfortunately, it's still very topical. There's a song called The Ballad of Rachel Corrie. There's a wall in San Francisco with painted faces you can name. Amidst this group of heroes is a face that mocks the shame of a brutal occupation that keeps the people's rights denied, and a young woman's courage to stand up against the tide. Rachel Corrie was 23 years old when she left her home and friends. From Olympia to Palestine, where she met her tragic end. In the little town of Rafah on a fateful afternoon, big bulldozers on the move, tearing down another home, bring an end to occupation, new hope for Palestine. Thousands shout around the world, peace and justice in our time. Well, there was nothing very special in Rafah town that day. Same thing happened every week from Bethlehem to Ramallah. Children murdered on the ground for the crime of throwing stones. Soldiers at the checkpoints, keeping people from their homes, bring an end to occupation, new hope for Palestine. Thousands shout around the world, peace and justice in our time. Rachel Corrie had a conscience that made her stand her ground. That bulldozer drove right through her, and it slammed her body down. They took her to the hospital, that's where she died that night. And her parents mourned her every day and still keep up the fight. Now there is another war, defense of people's will, keeps children separate from their schools and farmers from their fields. Now it's up to you and me whether Rachel died in vain. Will we stand together to try to end this pain, bring an end to occupation, new hope for Palestine. Thousands shout around the world, peace and justice in our time. Thousands shout around the world,